What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. In today's video, we're talking about the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet preview event that occurred earlier today. And this event was pretty interesting as we saw a lot of old footage, but we learned some interesting new tidbits that are worth going over. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate it. Beginning with the customization features of Scarlet and Violet, you're now able to change how you look within the menus of the game in the open world. You don't have to actually go to a dedicated place like in Sword and Shield where you had to go to the boutiques to buy clothes and all that stuff. Now you can just go into your menus, change your clothes, change your hairstyle, change your hair color, and all that other good stuff. Apparently, the one thing you can't change is your skin tone. Wouldn't be surprised if you can't change gender too, but I really hope you can whenever you would like. But this is a huge improvement over past Pokemon games. Now, this is pretty big. From the IGN preview, we learned that there are sandwich buffs that increase shiny rate. So where there are sandwich buffs that increase catch rate for certain types, make it easier for certain types of Pokemon to spawn. But now we get a dedicated shiny rate boost from sandwich buffs. And I'm sure this is going to stack on top of the shiny charm. So this may be an incredibly easy game to shiny hunt in. And I'm super excited for this. And it seems like this is an early game thing you can do too, because the preview event was only 1 hour long. You only fought like the first gym leader, first team star leader. So if you can get shiny rate boosts in the beginning of the game, then you may potentially be able to get a lot of shiny Pokemon around the start, which is really exciting to me because usually shiny hunting ends up being a late game thing for me. But if I can do it in the beginning of the game and have a higher rate, that's gonna be phenomenal. You also need to find materials first to know what's needed for TM crafting. So there is going to be a list of TMs at Pokemon Center you can craft. However, you won't know how to make them until you literally get the items, and they will not tell you what items you need until you actually have that item. Auto battle experience is much lower than regular battles, but they are over very quickly, and it is the best way to farm materials. So if you want to get materials, this is what you're going to need to do. You want auto battling all the time, especially if you want to craft TMs and any other items. And this is a very important tidbit I did not see anywhere else. Team Star's Starmobile fought separately has speed boost. This is huge because this confirms that the engine Pokemon has the ability speed boost. So we're very new to engine Pokemon, which is the image right here, is a Pokemon. And from Riddler Koo says it is going to be a poison and steel type. It is very similar to Rotom, essentially as it's Rotom for vehicles. So it could be like a car, could be a bike, could be like an airplane, a train, a boat, potentially. We don't know all the different forms. We do know that one is going to be an engine for a car. And the fact that this thing has speed boost, which is a completely broken ability. I mean, Blaziken is completely broken because of speed boost. Even Ninja is not a great Pokemon overall, but it has speed boost, so it actually makes it somewhat viable. This is going to be huge. And Poison Steel typing is great typing overall, so this is going to be phenomenal for competitive play. So I'm super excited to see how good the engine Pokemon actually is going to be. And I'm sure it's going to have decent stats overall too. And speaking of shiny Pokemon, Joe Merrick of Cerebi actually got the world's first shiny Pokemon while playing Scarlet and Violet at the preview event, which is pretty cool. And we did learn from his video that the shiny Pokemon appears in the overworld just like Pokemon Legends Arceus, which is the best news because it's going to make shiny hunting so much more fun and interesting and more hype in general. So I'm definitely in love with this. And Pokemon Legends Arceus, in my opinion, is the best shiny hunting game out there. So this is awesome. But we do have a couple concerns when he encountered the shiny, because it is not in his video, because no one's video actually has unique footage. It's all B-roll, so we can't actually get to see it for ourselves. But from what he said, he did not hear any shiny indication. He did not see like massive shiny sparkles like in Legends Arceus. So that's unfortunate, but maybe they will add that in a later build. To be fair, this could be an early build of the game that they were playing on and not the latest one, which is usually how it works at media events for video games across the industry. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do add something like that, but just to note for now. We also learned that trainer line of sight mechanic is gone. So if a trainer saw you in a past Pokemon game, they would approach you and battle you. Now they're just people on the map, and you have to walk up and talk to them to initiate a battle, which is really cool. Big fan of that. And apparently the 3 shakes mechanic is back. So when you are throwing a Pokeball, you need 3 shakes and then you catch the Pokemon. That is back. There's also going to be critical catches as well. So that's good news. So a lot of old mechanics returning that we like as Pokemon fans. Big fan of that. There is also no day-night cycle tied to the real world. It's like Pokemon Legends Arceus. So we're going to be able to manipulate this. It's going to be really fast to switch between day and night, which is going to be awesome because, you know, there's daytime spawns, nighttime spawns. Big fan of this. I hated always tying it to, like, the real world because I would always have to interact with my Switch clock because I only play at night after work, right? So that's a great feature change for me personally. I bet it's going to be a great feature change for a lot of you too. Another feature returning from Pokemon Legends Arceus is you can change the Pokemon's moves at any time from the menu. So if you remember in Arceus, you go to your Pokemon and then you can just change the moves for free. You didn't need a heart scale to remember old moves or anything like that. You just change the moves, which is awesome. Of course, you're probably going to have to buy moves that, like, let's say there are moves you didn't have, the Pokemon didn't know or doesn't remember, then yeah, you're going to have to go buy the move. But once you bought that move and you erase that move, then you can just forever remember it back again for free. So that is awesome. This is great for competitive play. Very excited for VGC play in Scarlet and Violet because they're doing a lot of these small changes that really make for a better experience overall. And we also now have the wild battle music and trainer battle music too. So with the wild battle music here, it's all bassy. I'm a big fan of this. You know, got a little bit of slap to it. I'm a big fan. And then for the trainer music, sounds standard. I'm not too in love with the trainer music. Not too in love with this music, I'll say. But I think that Wild Pokemon music is a banger, so I'm really excited for remixes on that. So there is some other information. We learned that there is no level scaling confirmed by Eurogamer. So essentially, while Pokemon and trainer Pokemon don't scale with you. So for the most part, I was dashing around squashing level 3 with Lechonks. So pretty easy. So you can definitely over level and destroy Pokemon near you. Same with the gym leaders. They're not going to level scale to you. And then Eurogamer actually had some issues while playing. So they say from this expert, similarly, and maybe most concerning with the launch less than a month away, Scarlet and Violet seriously struggle with performance. Some might have noticed brief moments in recent trailers where windmill moves at stuttering stop motion speed and some flower following the main trainer with some very choppy motion. This may be just an early build showing its earliness. A Japanese version of one of these trailers simply shows some different lighting and noticeably smoother motion for the Sunflora, for instance. But I found Scarlet and Violet to be like this throughout. Menus are slow and noticeably laggy. Animations are hugely choppy, with NPCs moving like flickering book drawings even at a very close distance. Town buildings loading and then as soon you walk through the streets. Again, we are at a pre-launch here and things of course can change, but I've played a few Pokemon game previews now and Scarlet and Violet are without the doubt the roughest feeling of those. So put that out there. Yes, this could be an old build that they were playing on, which I do think they personally were, but performance issues are probably going to be there on day one to some degree. Maybe not this egregious and this bad, but I'm not surprised. I mean, hey, the Switch is about to be 6 years old next year, so I'm not surprised the hardware limitations is going to be an issue with an open world game in general. And the last thing, they showed this off in a previous trailer, but now I didn't realize, but in the raid battle where Farigiraf is attacking, it has a sleep symbol next to its name, which means it's not sleeping, it is Drowsy. You know what Drowsy is? That is a mechanic from Pokemon Legends Arceus. It replaced sleep, and essentially instead of not being able to attack, you have a 50% chance to attack or to not attack, and you also take more damage as well. So Drowsy is probably returning, which is awesome because that is a much more balanced mechanic than sleep. But if Drowsy is returning and replacing sleep, that probably means Frostbite is coming back too and replacing Freeze. And Frostbite is the best addition to Pokemon in a very long time, as it is a special attacking burn. So that means special attackers, their damage will be cut in half, and they'll take 6% damage every turn as well from the Frostbite. So hopefully both of these things are true. I think they will be, and I'm very excited for competitive play for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. But overall, we learned a lot of great information from this. Definitely let me know what you're most excited about for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet in the comment section below. And of course, guys, the game is coming out very soon. We are less than a month away, and keep it tuned here for all your coverage, guides, and other information for this game. Definitely leave a like and subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.